Hi, I'm Rob.Woessner and I'm the host of the Naples Area Real Estate Channel. On today's episode, we're going to discuss determining price and market value for a home, specifically your home. Stay tuned. Despite the term buyer's market, it's always the seller's market also, in that homes are necessary and home ownership is cherished in the United States. We do not live in caves or pneumatic tents, so real estate is always going to be a commodity and will remain so. Further, your home is unique. Whatever individuality you have put into your home makes it stand apart from your neighbors. Also, there are no set rules on when to sell. You see, people sell and buy houses for all different reasons, depending on family situations, whether it's a job transfer, retirement, school districts, anything. There's always a different time to sell. Real estate is not sold based on seasonality and not put on a shelf for when things go on sale. Your home's value will be based on current sale prices of similar homes in your area, no matter the seasonality. The bottom line is you decide the selling price of your home, whether you arrive at that number by yourself or with the help of a trusted real estate professional like me. A buyer of real estate is no different than a buyer of a painting or a bag of oranges, for that sake. You see, the buyer and seller's perception of value is always going to play a dominant role in the sale and negotiation. But you need to remember that perceived value and market value are not the same. Now, you really need to know how to price your home strategically and correctly from the get-go. There's statistics that show homes that sell within the first 2 weeks of hitting the market sell for 2% higher than an older listing that can sometimes sell for 11% under the listed value because of time. As a seller of your house, I want you to keep these two things at the forefront of your mind when determining your listing price. First, sentimentality has no dollar value. Even though you have an emotional connection to your home, the buyer does not. Most buyers are looking at many properties and do not expect your property to be the one. It's our job to get them to reach that determination. Avoid letting sentiment get in the way of pricing your house. Keep all emotions in check and do not let them affect the way you price your property. You see, buyers are always going to be looking for your motivation on selling your house. Don't let them have any of those clues. Next, there is no direct correlation by dollar for dollar upgrades to your property and its effect on market price. Also remember, depending on the price point of your property, a big upgrade might not get you the return that you're looking for. If you have a $200,000 house and put $30,000 into the kitchen, you may not get a $30,000 return on that investment. Now, let's discuss sale price versus market value. If you get a fully qualified buyer who's ready, willing, and able to purchase your home at an agreed upon price, that is considered a sales price. This is an unobjective determination of value. This sale price transaction, if completed, will affect the sale of similar houses in your area in the future. You determine the current price of your house by looking at the current market conditions, preferably by a CMA offered to you by a local real estate agent, the market inventory, what's going on in the neighborhood, and the condition of your property. What a piece of property might sell for based on current market conditions and features and upgrades based on current levels of supply and demand will determine the actual market value of the property. You may value your home more than a buyer is willing to pay for it or its true market price. Balanced markets will equalize market price and market value. All right, so let's say you just spent $10,000 on a new roof and think you can get that much more for your house. Well, the problem is buyers expect your roof to be in excellent condition. However, things like location closest to transportation, sports facilities, a medical complex, and other things that might be something that adds more value to a buyer. Buyers look for the right deal, but what they are willing to pay and what the bank is willing to finance has limits. Strategic pricing is your greatest tool when selling your home. Let's discuss some pricing strategies for your property. Let's say a property is estimated between $290,000 and $300,000. There are many properties on the market. Let's discuss 3 different pricing strategies for a property at this price point. Let's leave room for a negotiation strategy. This is when a seller decides to place the property at a value slightly higher than what we think it should be priced at. So in this situation, let's say $305,000, where we thought the value was $300,000. Now, this will likely not attract too many buyers to the property, but will probably make other properties in your area more desirable and not get you offers on your property. The price it according to worth approach. This is where we price the property right in the middle of its market value benchmarks. So in our example of a house between $290,000 and $300,000, we're pricing the house at $295,000. Now, what happens in this approach is that buyers lump it in together with all the other homes, and there's no urgency because there's a bunch of other homes at this price point. So pricing it here creates no urgency on behalf of buyers to take action. A buyer knows at the $295,000 price point, they can buy the house at any time. The underpricing to generate interest approach. This is when we price a property at about $280,000. This will send some real motivation to buyers and get a lot of interest in your property. However, we may have to put aside the idea of getting maximum price for your property. One of the biggest factors in deciding a price for your property is a detailed comparative market analysis done by a local real estate professional. The comparative market analysis is imperative to strategically pricing your property. Make sure you go over this report with your local realtor and ask as many questions as necessary. It is also important to make sure this report is as accurate and detailed as possible so that if you do get offers, your home will appraise at the value that you get the offer at. If you have a well-priced property in the Southwest Florida market, you should be getting showings within the first couple days and an offer within the first couple weeks. If the perceived value of your property by a potential buyer is greater than the price, that will increase their motivation dramatically, making them make an offer on your property as quickly as possible. Remember, this urgency disappears the closer the price comes to the perceived value of the property. This is where marketing your property by a professional real estate agent increases value. We know the hot buttons that buyers are looking for and increase the perceived value versus price on your property to create that urgency and get you more offers in a quicker amount of time. If you have any more questions about market value, market price, current market analysis, or anything or any pricing strategies for your property, give us a call today. And I look forward to seeing you on our next video. Have a great day.